So welcome to another episode of the Fomoball podcast. We are shooting this right before the first Champions League game of the season, which Chelsea plays, by the way. Just like letting you guys know, it's been a while, but we're back. Daddy's back. Or just kidding. But we also have Shashank on the panel. He's mood. I don't know what to say. He's not on camera, so we
Yeah,
can't
I mean,
judge.
it's
But
ironic you were talking about UCL while Shashank is here.
And we also have Vibhas, who, by the way, I think is the first time or in a very long time that we've seen a team play dodgy football for 90 minutes for four straight games and still end up going with like 3 points in all the games. Like,
What do you mean
can't
first
even
time
make
in
you
a long
watch.
time?
I
First
The
time in
mean,
a
fuck do
long.
you
It
mean
literally
3 points
happened.
in all the games? How the fuck does that happen? How do you get back-to-back Premier League wins? What the fuck is this?
Also, just saying it is not the first time in a long time dodgy wins is happening. It literally happened on this last season also. I'm saying it on camera. Yeah. And oh yeah, back to back. We have four back to back wins.
Congratulations, go fuck yourself.
If the haircut guy was supporting us, he would cut his hair soon. But I don't think that's happening
he
with
would cut his
United. If
hair
you
in
guys
next
know,
game.
yeah, you guys know that guy, right? Who is not cutting his hair
Yeah, yeah,
till.
yeah. Fucking God.
Shashank, why don't you try that?
I mean, to be fair, that would save me a lot of money because barbers in the UK are fucking expensive.
Well,
No, but I mean, like he's not having it unrealistically, if I'm being honest. Like he's saying 5 games in all competitions. If United
Yeah,
manage
but the
three
thing is,
games
we're
in
just in one competition right now.
the
two. FA Cup is
No,
yet to
to
come.
FA
FA Cup
Cup,
is yet to FA Cup is in fucking January.
yeah. No, but
Okay,
what would
and
he have
fucking
thought? Like he would have thought you win a Premier
Yeah.
League game, you win the League Cup, then you win the Premier League, then you win an FA Cup, and then the Premier League. So that's
no,
really
no, 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 no.
right. I mean,
Ruben Amorim has not won back-to-back Premier League games since he became manager.
uh,
Dude, if he said go unbeaten in 5 games, he'd still lose. He said unbeaten in 3 games, he'd still fucking suffer a bit.
wait, but you
This is
guys
just
have done that though, no? Unbeaten in 3 games. Yeah,
3 games, maybe, man. I don't fucking know. But
Draws.
yeah,
yeah.
I
man.
think with draws, yeah, but I don't think they have won three in a row.
Yeah, man, this is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyways, I will rant
Uh,
about Amorim later. I'm depressed as fuck because of this shit show. But yes, Vibhas, go ahead. You can jerk yourself off because of this fucking fraudulent football club of yours.
No, no. By the way, I agree that you're not being exactly dominant, but Shashank talking about how it is dodgy to win games after 90th minute is very ironic. We are literally doing Fergie time. We are doing Fergie time. So
No,
fix.
you're not doing.
Uh,
Okay, Fergie. Okay, there's a very common misconception about what Fergie time really is, and it's definitely not what Liverpool are doing right now. We had an accusation of extra time being given in games in which we are losing. With Liverpool, it is statistically provable that when you are not winning a game, you get more extra time than the referee has announced. It's a statistical fact. All right, I can fucking run the models to fucking
yeah,
prove
sure.
it. In fact, I will be releasing this
Statistical fact.
GitHub
Yeah,
code
yeah,
to
yeah.
prove that Liverpool is fucking bribing VAR.
I
Don't sue
mean,
me. This is an
it's so ironic.
exaggeration. It's a fucking
This is a
podcast.
case of
Don't sue me.
what goes around comes around. But okay, banter apart. Yeah, I'll be the first one to admit that this is not a viable season-wide strategy. All of our games have been won, except the Arsenal game. All of us have been won in 90 minutes, or I
bro,
had
the
a meme in the
Arsenal
Arsenal
game
game.
had a nil-nil written all over it. And from
Yeah,
nowhere, you had your backup right
to
back
be
score a
fair,
30-yard screamer. Like,
Arsenal game is the one game totally happy with because
yeah.
there was no other way we were going to score against Arteta. And it is poetic justice set piece after all the Stoke City FC bullshit from Arsenal. And I will disagree with a lot of discourse people have had about Burnley, that how Burnley are a stupid team or a Burnley are a bad team or it's bad football. No, they just got promoted. Last time Burnley got promoted and tried to play pep football or free flowing football, they went down the next very season with company. So it makes total sense that Burnley is parking the bus and doing whatever they're doing. I don't think it's wrong from a Burnley point of view. I mean, obviously, I hate that as a Liverpool fan and playing that ass of a low block, but it makes sense from a Burnley point of view if you think of it. Literally 2 years ago, they tried to play some tiki-taka free-flowing football with company, and they went down the very next season. And by the way, I think their coach is Steve Parker. No, who's their coach? I forgot.
Scott
Sorry. Who's
Parker.
Burnley's coach? Yeah, Scott Parker. Last time he tried to play free flowing football against Liverpool, he got spanked 9-0 with Southampton. So it makes total sense that he's being, defensive and all. Uh, but yeah, breaking down low blocks is an issue. I mean, if you see the four teams we have faced till now, they have included Arsenal, Burnley, and so Bournemouth was not a low block, and so I'll give it that. And the point here is that we have faced teams which normally go in a low block. So I do see an issue till now that we have not been able to break down the low blocks, but I think that is what we got Isak for, to be very honest, jokes apart. I hope that with Isak coming in and playing some minutes, that this low block issue is not there, because if you see him at Newcastle last season, he was very good at breaking down low blocks whenever there was some team trying to play a low block against them. Which that's why I do hope tomorrow Isak does play against Atletico, because I mean our fixtures have been really bad from that point of view. You look back from Arsenal, then we have Burnley, then we have Atletico, then we have Everton. So four back-to-back so-called haram ball teams. To be fair, I think Everton might be playing more free flow football than the other three teams I mentioned, especially with Grealish now there. So yeah, I do agree with this that it's not a viable strategy how we have won games. But I don't expect it to happen every match. I expect it to get better from here, because first of all, Isak will starting games, and uh, obviously, uh, when you buy a player for 135 million, there are certain expectations, and I'll be the first one to admit that Ritz has not hit the ground running. I hope he does in the games to come. He's been getting marginally better. I hope he would just come in and start terrorizing the Premier League defenders, but that has not happened. So hopefully with the how the games go on, the team chemistry gets more, because I think someone mentioned in the group also that with so many new players, Liverpool might have an issue with gelling in and everything, and I do agree. And I think the biggest impact we have seen from in this scenario has been for Salah, right? Till now, Salah was not playing that wide. Now he's playing more wide. Salah had Trent behind him to obviously provide him the crosses, which he does not. All jokes, banter, and hit it apart. Trent feeding Salah was a very major part of what Liverpool was doing with respect to Salah. Now in these four matches, Salah has had five right backs. Unfortunately, because of Frimpong got injured, then he had Gomez, then he had Endo, then he had Szoboszlai and Bradley. With Bradley coming back, I hope Salah, because Salah and Bradley had a decent link up when Trent was out last season. So I think the return of Isak, maximizing Salah more, and hopefully Ritz settling in more provides us a better direction where we win games in normal time rather than relying on, I would say, some lucky moments, because especially Burnley match, we got a penalty call, and a penalty call is not a lucky moment. I mean, but it's still at the end of the day, it was a 95th minute penalty against the 18th or 19th ranked team in the Premier League. And the rest of the matches also, we had Chiesa score, we had Rio score in the 90 plus something. So we need to improve a bit from that point of view. Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, also one more thing with respect to the way Liverpool played versus Burnley, like if you noticed, and it was very evident, there is a reason why Kirkes was subbed in the first half itself. It's of course because he had like a challenge. He also had like a yellow card. All of that's given, but that's because the ball was always on Kirkes' side. You guys were playing on the left, which is why
Yeah,
Gakpo, Kirkes,
that has,
and
I think, if
yeah,
I've noticed this too, and a lot of other Liverpool fans have noticed that,
yeah,
I think what Slot is looking to do is, not be too over reliant on Salah and the right side, which we
okay,
were last season. Which
yeah,
we last season, 55% of the goal assists came through Salah.
yeah.
Okay, which is a very big statistic. Which again, Salah had a great season last season till March at least. But that is not going to happen every year. So I think Slot was obviously trying to reduce that what do you say dependence we have on Salah, but that has not worked out till now, because as you said, everything's trying to come to the left, which has two issues right now. First of all, Kirkes is a new player in this team, and Kirkes even in Bournemouth had a tendency to be a little rash, which we saw against Burnley. He got a yellow card and he was subbed out for that. And Slot in his post-match comments also said something about with Kirkes you never know when the next card is coming, yellow card is coming. So Slot was that too. That's why Robertson came in, and I think Robertson did really well compared to what I saw last season. I think, being on the bench and having that desire to prove himself has really worked for Robertson because the 60 minutes or so he played, he was actually one of the best players on the pitch. He had
Yeah.
that first shot on target for us too. So the second issue with going to the left side is obviously Ritz on paper is our number 10 or Cam or whatever you want to call it, central attacking midfielder, but he does occupy a lot of the left hand space. In that's what he did Leverkusen also. But that's where the left hand space is getting too popular because Gakpo is already there, and then you have Ritz coming in, and then Kirkes is not able to provide. So I get what Slot is trying to do, reduce our dependence on the right side, but till that happens, I think we do need to also feed our right side and Salah more because it will take, as we have seen, it's Rutz will take some time. Clearly, even though he's a 130 million midfielder, it will take some time.
Yeah, the only reason I said this is because people often just criticize Salah saying he ghosted the entire game and then he got a penalty at the end.
If
If
you
you
if you
watch
notice
the
the
game, you
first
would know
half,
that yeah, he didn't
yeah,
get the ball. Yeah, so it's not
especially,
his fault. Yeah.
yeah, if you notice the first half, Salah did not get the ball at all.
Yeah.
There are two reasons. First of all, what you said, our play coming to the left side from Kirkes, Ritz, and Gakpo. The second reason is what I was mentioning before, right back. To Salah, for Salah to get the ball on the right side, the right back needs to be doing that. Szoboszlai has done really well deputizing at right back, but he's at the end of the day a midfielder playing at right back. He's not a right back. So the right back to provide to Salah has not been there till now. Frimpong barely played a game and got injured. And Frimpong, the two games Frimpong did play, the Community Shield and the first league game, what we noticed was that Frimpong was also in the places Salah would occupy, which is again because of how he used to play at Leverkusen. At
Mm.
Leverkusen, Frimpong used to be very up. He was not a right back, he was practically a right winger in the back three.
Yeah.
Okay. So right midfielder, right winger, whatever you want to call it, but he was occupying the places that Salah occupies for us. So another thing that will take time because Frimpong would need to adjust to where to be a right back in the Liverpool system where Salah is the right winger. That's why I'm glad Bradley is back because till Frimpong gets up to speed, Bradley has experience of playing with Salah in a role more familiar to Salah. So I think Bradley is expected to start now from the next game onwards, and I hope that helps Salah too.
And I think there's a possibility Frimpong could start the Champions League game because last year I had the opportunity to watch one of the Champions League game, which is just Leverkusen versus Atletico, and Frimpong played that, and he was pretty good. So there is a possibility he could start
No,
because
no.
he's
See,
yeah,
no one is saying Frimpong is obviously bad. The other two
yeah,
first main issue here is that he is just back from injury, so it's
yeah,
highly unlikely Frimpong will play because Slot has a tendency to be on the cautious side with injuries. Because Bradley was technically fit last match,
okay,
he still played Szoboszlai because match fitness. He didn't have Isak on the bench last match fitness. So I here
yeah,
highly doubt Frimpong
yeah.
will play. Second of all, he Frimpong is great. He was great.
Mm.
Uh, but as I said, and what he was doing at Leverkusen is way different what he'll be expected to do at Liverpool, because at Leverkusen he was practically the right winger, right? It's a back three and the right midfielder, wing back or whatever. Unlike United, their back three had a proper right winger. So yeah,
Because I remember
we'll
Slot
come
said
to it
that
as well.
they've gotten Isak for the foreseeable future, not for the first 2 weeks. That's also why he's not even on the bench. He's probably getting back to match
Yeah,
fitness.
to be fair,
Yeah.
Isak has not had a preseason. He did not have any training sessions
He
before he
didn't
came to
even play
Liverpool.
much with Sweden as well. I think he played for a few minutes
Yeah, with
in
Sweden, he got
the
6, 7 minutes or something like that. So
yeah,
it makes sense. And with a history of injuries, so to say, you would not want to rush him. It makes sense.
yeah. So speaking about like amazing
Uh,
strikers or big money
yeah.
signings, Shashank, how do you rate your front three with Benjamin
It's
Sesko?
actually, I actually quite like it. Like, okay, there is
On
these
paper,
are
yeah.
two very separate problems. Our signings and our tactics. Okay. I don't think even Vibhas with his shitty ball knowledge can disagree with this. Mbomo is a fucking amazing football player.
Shashank, I'll actually agree. I think I remember telling this to my flatmate who's a United fan that you have a perfect team for a 4-2-3-1, which you are not.
Exactly. Exactly.
You're not playing.
Exactly. Cunha is amazing. Like like whenever he plays, whenever he gets the ball, wow, it's fucking magic. Sesko, yeah, we've not seen much of him. We've not seen much of what he can do, but I have faith that he'll come through, man. It's been hearing his name for years. Everyone's spoken very highly of him. Like even for all my issues with Rasmus Hoyland, even he's going to be an amazing striker. It just wasn't destined to be at my football club, but fair enough.
It was destined to be at the club McTominay was successful at.
I don't. I think Hoyland can do much better than Napoli. He will do much better than Napoli. I think he'll be a very good signing for a club like Newcastle or Chelsea in the future. But we'll see that. We'll deal with that later. My
Okay,
point
I
is
just
mean,
this:
yeah,
just to
before
answer
we,
this,
Chelsea,
before we, before we,
Chelsea does have a tendency to sign
yeah,
United rejects.
what we
yeah,
do.
Lukaku, then yeah,
I mean, like to be
and
honest,
not
Garnacho,
I can't think of
Garnacho.
Garnacho. Fuck you,
yeah,
that
I
yeah.
mean, if I'm being honest, he rejected United, but okay, fine.
Anyways,
Shashank
my
is
point is this. Okay, before we start with my issues with United, let me celebrate one major sacking that is of Eric Ten Hag. The amount of slander of Eric Ten Hag I've seen from Leverkusen fans is fucking golden. I fucking love it. The way the club has shat on him, the way they have insulted
Yeah,
him, called him worthless.
Leverkusen sacked
We found
Ten
out
Hag
in
and
3 game weeks. In 3 game weeks,
yeah,
what we have been screaming at our board for years.
two and a
Our
half
fans
years.
signed a fucking petition to keep him because of a fucking FA Cup scam win. Oh my fucking god.
also they sacked him the next game. They went 2 men down and still won.
Yeah. So
They won with
9
nine
greater
men.
than 10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice
Anyways.
one.
I want to read out a list of things. Okay? Okay. I'm gonna read out a
Go on.
bunch of like I have 100 different items over here. Okay? All of which are greater than 25%. Meeting someone who shares your birthday in a group of 23 people. A traffic light turning red when you approach it. Okay? What else is there? A fucking sock going missing after 5 laundry cycles. Students procrastinating until the last 24 hours before a deadline. Choosing C on a multiple choice test. Okay, what the fuck else? Let me see. What are some great fucking statistics over here? Uh, the white side winning in a chess game. Landing in jail in Monopoly within the first 5 turns. All right, all of this, all of this has a probability greater than 25%, which coincidentally is Ruben Amorim's fucking win rate. Okay, I want to clarify one thing. I don't hate the guy. I do not hate Ruben Amorim. I think he's a nice guy, and I will wish him well when he's gone from my football club. But bro, can we fucking accelerate the process? Either get good or fuck off.
I have
I
one question for you, Shashank.
what?
How does Ten Hag have such a high percentage of victory by your own metric?
Dude, you
Right,
have
that
no. Okay, first of all, in his first season, the dude just got bailed out by Rashford and Bruno consistently. Second season, he just got bailed out by McTominay. The thing about Ten Hag, despite his shitty tactics, despite his fucking 3-1-6 terrorism midfield, he knew when to trust his players. He knew that, okay, this player will bail me out, I'll fucking throw him in there, we will scam a goal. And we scammed a fuck ton of goals. I can tell you that we scammed so many fucking goals. All right. And
makes sense.
yeah, I don't know, man. I don't fucking know.
wait. Then I have a question. Like, if
Huh.
based on his interviews, like if he's told that he's going to stick to his ideas, I just want to ask. Kobe Mano wanted to leave. We know how good he is. You
Yeah.
didn't let him leave. Why didn't you start him in the Manchester Derby? And it was very obvious that the player who started instead of him was so underperforming that okay, Kobe did eventually come on, but it was just too late.
The
Like,
thing is, when Kobe came on, that's when he started actually creating chances.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I
But it was
okay.
too
I'm going to
late
be
for
honest.
him.
I do not know much because I did not watch the Manchester Derby after the 60th minute. I straight up went to sleep. I'm like, I cannot take this anymore.
Eh.
And it's not even coming from a place of like upset or something. I'm just fucking dead inside. We lost to
Yeah,
Grimsby
actually,
Town. Grimsby Town, man. A League
Kaushik,
Two
to be fair,
side. A League Two side. We lost
to
to a
be the question,
fucking League Two side. How the fuck do you lose to a League Two?
yeah,
How
that's
is
not
this
an
guy
Amarim
still in
because
a job? How
I'll
does this
tell you,
guy still
people
have
who
a job?
think that it's not on Amarim, I disagree. It's on Amarim because if it was not the manager, the 11 players who played, if they played managerless, they would have won.
Yeah,
Okay, there has to be something Amorim is telling them that is making them go so bad because on paper these 11 players should not be losing to Grimsby Town.
dude,
Okay,
it's very
there has to
simple.
be something coming from
Amarim
Amorim.
does not believe in midfielders passing the ball to forwards. He wants us to pass the ball to a wingback who will cross it, and that's his only fucking strategy. My guy, if a wingback crosses the ball into the box, someone needs to be in the fucking box. which is not possible if you tell your fucking forwards to play in the midfield to cover up for a lack of your fucking midfield. It's just fucking redundant. It's stupid. It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah,
I There are so many times where I can see Bruno has the ball and he wants to pass it ahead, but he just refuses to. He stops himself and passes the ball to Dorgo, who will put a cross in that nobody will claim. It's the fucking Premier League. It's not the fucking Primeira Liga in Portugal.
We need to talk about Bruno Fernandes as well because despite the previous managers, Bruno has always played for United. He's performed. He's underperforming. There's got to be
he's
something.
He's not
underperforming because
allowed
he's
to
playing in the
fucking
wrong.
pass the
Yeah.
ball ahead.
Also,
No,
he's playing in the
even
wrong
when
position,
Bruno,
I think.
even in the wrong position, Bruno can create chances. Man, Bruno, okay, you unless you seriously watch United games, you don't understand how big of a crook Bruno Fernandes is. You have this fucking idea in your head of what a good midfielder should do. Bruno says, "Go fuck yourself. I will do none of this and still be the best fucking creative midfielder in the world of football." The guy is a fucking grenade launcher. He's a fucking grenade launcher. You give him the ball, he will not dribble, he will not take a touch, he will just fucking kick the ball. And it'll magically land on the feet of the person who can score a fucking spectacular goal from there. He's a chance creating machine. And Amarim decides the best use for him is to fucking pass the ball to a wing back. It's fucking disgusting. Teams let us have the ball because they're like, we can't do shit with it. They know we can't do
Yeah,
shit with
that
it.
I think you all have seen that clip from the derby of where Haaland was gonna on gonna score, and the midfield was just everywhere but nowhere. United midfield. People call it the onside trap. They were letting Haaland be onside, man. That was just I don't know what was happening there. What is Amorim doing? Because I think we have said this before when we were talking about Amaram and Kaushik was talking that, having a system is not so bad. I agree, having a system and, sticking by it is not so bad. But when it is not working out for whatever reason, players, the league does not suit the system or whatever reason, if it's not working out, you need to have a plan B. Amaram has no plan B.
Fuck the
He had a
formation.
semblance
I
of a
don't
plan B
care
in
the
the.
formation. You can just change the way the final ball is played. That's all that this system needs to change. The
Yeah,
fucking
yeah. The
final
formation is
fucking
not the
ball.
issue. The,
Oh my god, oh my
See,
I,
the formation is also not the issue because practically a lot of teams are playing back threes out of a possession at least.
yeah.
So I don't think back three is the issue. The issue is what Amarim is making them do with that ball, as Shashank
Listen,
said.
I just don't know what our board is thinking. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if we're scouting for other managerial options right now. Because there is a Norwegian guy who currently can join our club at short notice, who will join a club at short notice. I am back to this gimmick. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is on the job market, and we have the perfect opportunity for him to get an interim role and lead us to fucking victory, man. He will personally cut that guy's hair after 5 game weeks. I promise you this. I don't give a fuck if we're playing Chelsea or Liverpool. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is capable of getting these 5 wins in a row because he knows how to use this team. Dude, the guy got us third and second, and people called him a fucking PE teacher. You know how fucking disgusting I feel knowing our fans are treating a club legend this way. And every fucking time we're down 2 goals, the all the fucking Stratford and Red start singing, "He'll bring the glory days again. We'll back him from the Stratford and he'll turn the Reds around, Ruben Amorim." Motherfucker, he's gonna turn you around to the championship. He will get relegated from the fucking championship as well, man. It's
Yeah,
just
you need to.
disgusting.
Amarim has no plan B. There is literally no plan
But then
B.
where is the plan A?
He had a semblance of a plan B. Yeah, I mean, what he has in his mind as plan A, it's not working. He had a semblance of plan B against Arsenal, where you played actually decently and people had some false hopes about your
No,
season.
again, no.
And that disappeared. I don't know what
You
happened.
don't understand. Arsenal let us keep the ball because we were not able to even come close to creating a chance. Why the fuck do they need to do anything?
Possible.
They will rest their legs. They don't need to fucking run against us. They scored a goal. Arteta will do his fucking whatever the fuck he does, the black magic terrorism, whatever nonsense you want to call it, fucking bullshit. I had such high hopes on Ruben
Yeah,
Amorim.
Arteta, to be fair,
Oh, but I
Chelsea
think
has not won against us at Old Trafford since 2013. But of course, eras come to an end. I will if Chelsea does not beat us by more than 2 goals, it's a fucking disgrace. Maresca should resign at that moment if he's not able to beat us by more than 2 goals. It's fucking
no, I
disgusting, man.
mean, United have been so shit recently that there was a stat about how many, which manager has had the most success against United. Okay, on top, obviously, is Arsene Wenger. Second is obviously Pep. Third on the list is Arteta. Arteta is already third on that list of most wins against Manchester United because Arteta has played United in the past 4 years. So, and I don't,
yeah,
yeah,
Arsenal's record against Big Six was pretty.
yeah. To be fair,
Uh,
Arteta, I have a lot of criticism of Arteta, but he is getting them the big six victories and everything. He's just not able to go one step further. So Arteta is a unique. I don't know. Arteta is a very unique
No,
case. I don't know.
but the thing with Manchester United this season is I can draw parallels. Like Chelsea finished a year without Europe. The next year we got a new manager, which again I felt like was a good thing because that the year that we finished without Europe, we had four managers, so it made sense to get somebody. Poch with all of his with the way in which he used to do training and injure players and everything, he still was able to get Chelsea to sixth or seventh. Okay, I feel United should be also able to do that. They need to get at least Europe if they don't have any games apart
Brother,
from
we
the league.
need to be above top 10 to start.
Yeah, exactly my point. Like, ideally, on paper, I think even if you guys don't have a good squad with no Europe, Manchester United, the name is enough to get you guys to at least the
Also,
Conference League. No, like minimum.
to be fair,
Yeah,
United on paper has a decent squad. It's not a
exactly.
bad squad.
That's my point.
On
Yeah, they
on
have a much
paper,
better squad.
a front three of Cuna, Sesko, Mbeumo, plus there's Bruno and who is in, I don't know. Yeah, Kobe Manu is there who should be starting, who's not starting because I don't know, Amorim hates him or whatever. Even in defense, who are the defenders? I have no idea about the
They
defense.
play
Maybe Euro is
Euro,
the
they play Delight,
Dele, Diero, Maguire. So on paper, this squad, I'm not saying this is a top four squad. No, it's not.
but
But on
definitely
paper,
top six or top seven.
oh, yeah, they should be in the Europa contention on paper.
Yeah,
On paper,
that's
they
my
should be in
point. Yeah.
contention for Europa spaces. But as Shashank has said, Amorim is doing whatever he's doing, which we don't know what he's doing. Because
I
as
can't even label it as anything. Okay, you don't understand. This is depressing me so much. It's like,
yeah, at least with Ten Hag, you could point out that this is the issue. With Amorim, everything is the issue, but nothing is the issue.
no, I
That
know
makes sense.
what it's a very simple issue. The guy is allergic to playing from midfield to forwards. That's it. He's allergic of letting his forwards run ahead with the ball.
Which in the Premier League makes no sense. But
No,
yeah,
but then how is it that
You
he was dominating like the Portuguese like
because it's
league?
the Portuguese league, Kaushik, they
no,
have a
you
lot
don't
of
understand
space.
the difference between
Yeah,
you don't understand the
Yeah,
difference
sorry.
between Sporting and the rest of the Portuguese clubs. Okay, if it works in Portugal, it works in Portugal, man. It's a different league of its own. Even Ten Hag was smart enough to not use the Dutch system in the Premier League because it would not work with these players. He knew that. Amarim needs to understand the difference over here.
no,
Um, and again, it's not much that has to change. It's just the one or two things. It's so easy to fix. Just pass the fucking ball
Kaushik,
directly
you see,
to the forwards.
Kaushik, adaptability has to be a thing, right? Because when Slot came in, for example, last season, a lot of people were analyzing what he was doing at Feyenoord and before that and all. He is not playing that. Obviously, he's not playing that because what he could do at in the Dutch league and have his wing backs. I don't know where it was. They were literally way forward than Klopp has ever played wing backs. So the point is you can't do that in the Premier League. In the Premier League, you can't do everything you're doing in the Portuguese league or the Dutch league or something like that. And as Sashank said, he was the coach of Sporting, and there is a huge gulf between Sporting and probably
there's four teams
Benfica
and
come
then the
closer.
rest of them. Yeah,
Yeah, all this and the rest of them, it's like La Liga. It's
yeah.
like La Liga, basically.
Sporting,
It's worse
Benfica,
actually.
Braga, Porto. That's all. And then yeah,
Yeah,
But
and Braga keep moving up and down. Porto
yeah,
also have ups and downs. It's mainly Sporting and Benfica
yeah.
top two, and then then these two, and then the rest of the. I don't know if they have. 18 teams or 20 teams, the rest 14 or 16 teams, there's a huge gap, more than La Liga also. At least in La Liga, the mid-table teams can provide some competition that's not happening in the Portuguese league, and the physicality of the Portuguese league is different. The time they get on the ball is different, so you can't expect to copy Control C, Control V or tactics from the Portuguese league to the
Also,
Premier
the
League, which
defenders are able to adjust better. You cannot catch them off guard with a cross that easily. It
yeah
worked in Europe. That's why he was able to scam his way to the Europa League final before he lost to fucking Spurs.
yeah.
It's different, man. You gotta be better at passing the ball ahead. That's it. You gotta have variations in your play. You gotta have
You
better.
can't control C, control V the tactics, which he is doing, and he's not changing at all. He has played the same the whole year, whatever the players he has had, be it the former players, be it the new players, exact same tactics.
As days go by, I find myself sympathizing with the days of Jose Mourinho, which is a sign that my mental health is worse than it will ever be because anyone who knows me will say that Ten Hag is my least favorite Manchester United manager because he was an asshole of a person. But in terms of the football I watched, Jose Mourinho's football was fucking garbage. It was fucking garbage.
Did you not watch Louis Van Gaal? I'm asking. I have not. I don't know about that.
I
I'm
did.
genuinely
I
asking.
did. It was okay. There's boring football and there's garbage football. Okay. It's
Fair
like
enough.
it's like different tiers. It's like bad in different ways. But Mourinho's football was just that okay, the results would be good. But it's not like Ten Hag where he would rely on players to bail them out. It's like he would wait for the opposition team to go, oh for fuck's sake, just get it on already, and then he'd scam a win somehow. But
Yeah,
even Mourinho said that if you die by your ideas, then you are dumb. Okay, there's no
yeah, you
point of
can't
like
do this.
okay, Amorim is a guest at our club. He's not the one being affected the most by this. It's his legacy on the line, but he will get another job somewhere. We know he will fucking scam a job in some Portuguese club. That's obvious. That's expected. The people suffering are the fans who are not able to go to fucking good games, who are paying more than £70 to watch us lose to fucking shit teams. It's just fucking horrible, man. It's depressing. It's so fucking depressing being a United fan right now. Worst part is living in Manchester. I have to see people in city jerseys all around. I can't even fucking tell them to go fuck themselves. Because if I identify myself as a United fan, I'm gonna be mocked. It's I don't know what to say, man. It's a 25% win rate. 25%.
But the thing is, I agree that you had two tough fixtures in the first five games, which is obviously Arsenal and
They
City.
lost to Grimsby. They lost to Grimsby, Kaushik.
Yeah,
Grimsby
that's
Town.
that's my point. So if you take those two matches out of the equation where you've lost, the other games at least should have been a draw or a win. You guys lost in the Premier League to another opposition, right?
No, we
No,
lo-
no. I
we
mean,
we
no.
drew
They
to
drew
Fulham
against and
Drew
won
against
against
and we
Burnley.
beat Burnley in
yeah.
a dodgy last minute penalty.
Yeah,
But
even
Vibhas
even
can
the
tell us
Burnley
more
did.
about that. But
See,
yeah,
Burnley, the way United won against Burnley was also, Burnley's actually done decently. They challenged Liverpool to the end. They were close to drawing with
listen. My
Liverpool. They were
point
close to
is,
drawing with United.
we dominated Burnley. I fully agree that we dominated Burnley. Fulham was oh god, it was such a shit show. We played well for the first 20 minutes,
Yeah.
and then we're just ass all around.
That
But that's
happens a
fine.
lot with Amorim, by the way. You play well for 20 to 25 minutes and then fall off. That happens a lot with them.
Yeah, because other teams are able to adapt to us.
No, and
Yeah.
also
But
one more thing, I don't understand why United players are unable to like keep the tempo, especially in the 70th posts the 70th minute.
because
Like,
our midfielders have to run around so much, it's two fucking midfielders. What do you
And
want them to
Casemiro is
do?
one of them, Kaushik.
No,
Casemiro is one of them.
Ugarte,
mm,
Ugarte.
yeah.
He is still starting Casemiro, so
Listen,
what do you say about
listen. I felt depressed about the shittiness of the UK job market until I realized that Ugarte plays as a midfielder for Manchester United, and if that is possible, anything is possible. If
I
that
don't
guy
think
can,
it's Ugarte being bad. I think it's Amorim being a shit coach.
no, it's Ugarte is bad. Believe me, two things can be true at once. Yes, Amaram has his issues and everything, but Ugarte is also ass. And if you think this can't get any worse, just remember that we bought him after we sold McTominay. We sold McTominay to buy this fucker. Okay,
Yeah,
listen. Listen, I'll tell you how bad Ugarte is. Other when you sign a player, normally you can at least see, even if they're shit players, they have good YouTube compilations, all right? They have these camera moments which makes up something. Fucking Donny van de Beek, who in my opinion is the worst signing Manchester United has made in recent history.
Jadon Sancho would like a word, Shashank.
Jadon Sancho still had better moments than Donny van de Beek. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he had a lot in Borussia as well.
Yeah,
Okay?
he scored. He scored. He scored at
Fuck
least. He scored
Borussia
against
Dortmund.
Chelsea.
He had some good moments at United as well.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, he scored
Liverpool
against
game, the
Liverpool also. I
Chelsea
think
game.
he
Okay?
scored against Liverpool also. I think. Yeah.
Yeah. We had these good moments. Ugate's compilation is so shit. I thought I'm watching a fail comp until I saw it's an actual comp of how he is as a player and celebrating him. And fans were like, yeah, we got rid of McTominay. He just ball watches, he just hugs the shadows. He's a fucking Ballon d'Or nominee. Go fuck yourselves.
Right. Speaking of McTominay, how did it feel for you, especially when you saw Kevin De Bruyne or McTominay, Hoyland celebrating a goal, given their history?
I love it, man. I love the fact that they're happy. I love the fact that McTominay is doing well. I love the fact that the fucking Italians love him.
Yeah.
I'm happy for him, and he deserved so much better from us. Our fans are some of the most toxic, horrible fans. And when Rashford does the same thing in Barca, when he explodes in Barcelona.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shashank, we need your take. We don't have a lot of time left. So, what do you think about Onana leaving? You're happy, sad, disappointed?
Onana was the wrong choice for us. He's not the type of goalkeeper that we need. I don't hold it against him. He did
Okay.
the best he could for our club. It didn't work out. I wish him all the best. There's absolutely no bad blood over here. No bad feelings at all. Garnacho, I hope he
So he
fucking
was not an
fails.
upgrade on David De Gea, right?
He was. But
Come on, Shashank.
listen, he absolutely was. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's different. I hope with Lemons we can do well right now. I think he's the perfect kind of goalkeeper that we will need, but he's very young. It's a big risk. I'm a bit scared of it. I don't know if it'll pay off, but I hope it does. Sefco again is a big
I thought
risk.
Amorim will have your new goalkeeper for the derby. Thank God he
Nah,
didn't.
man. I
Yeah,
don't
bro.
know.
Yeah.
I thought they
I
would
just
sign Emi
wonder one
Martinez
more
back.
thing. What does
I don't know why they
Amaram
didn't
do
sign.
in team meetings? Does Amaram take team meetings? Or
He
is it just
gives
one
speeches.
pre-recorded message happening every single time? I don't know. It's a good thing. By the way, Amarim has fewer points per game than the Derby County team that has the record for the lowest points per game in the Premier League's manager.
He's making history. I mean,
0.03 points per game less than them. Eras come
True,
to
true.
an end. I didn't know it's fucking our era coming to our Premier League era coming to an end, man. Man, it's
okay. God help United.
Kaushik, check WhatsApp.
what do you mean? God help United? We're the fucking Red Devils. God is not coming over here.
Time to switch faiths then, yeah, probably.
Yeah, fucking Eric Cantona